My name is Joe Cleaver. For 14 years, I've been partnered with the man on my left here, Bill Bundy. We never had a secret from each other until now. This good-looking kid on my right, a rookie cop called Haven, he's the secret. He looks human, talks and acts human, but he's not. He's an android, a robot, the perfect cop. The cop of the future, of Future Cop.
Ta-da! There is a 61% probability, therefore, the location is Santa Monica Municipal.
How could he know all of that?
Man, that's the fastest white boy I ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
After you, sir.
Come on!
Good morning, sir.
Hi, kid. How you doing? Boy, we're in a good mood this morning, huh?
Hi, Joe.
Coffee.
Right. Hey, how about a nice Denver? Cook's having a good day with omelets.
Just coffee, huh?
Usual, hon?
Yes, ma'am.
2 coffees. I'll put a little extra sugar in yours, Joe. It might help sweeten up your disposition.
One of these days.
You'll wake up on the right side of the bed. What's eating you anyhow?
What do you mean, what's eating me? Nothing's eating me. I asked for coffee, I got a whole speech.
Keep that up. She's gonna serve you hemlock. Straight.
Excuse me, sir, but I doubt that hemlock would be served. Hemlock, or Conia maculatum, which is a species of cicuta, is an extremely poisonous herb.
Yeah, old Socrates found that out, didn't he, kid?
Oh, you geniuses kill me.
Hemlock would, sir.
Will you shut up?
Come on, Joe. Take it easy, will you?
I got an errand to do. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Hey, we should be rolling by now.
Stay here with Bundy.
Yes, sir.
Come on, shag it, will you?
Certainly. Yes, I will give him that message. Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
I'd like to see Mr. Tom Geary, please. Just tell him Officer Cleaver's here.
Yes. Sir, there's an Officer Cleaver here to see you. Yes, I will tell him. I'm sorry, but he can't see you right now. Excuse me. Oh, sir, hold a moment, please. Officer Cleaver, sir? Please, sir, you cannot...
It's all right, Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Joe. Sit down. Please, sit down. And we'll, discuss this calmly and rationally.
Calmly and rationally, huh? What I ought to do, calmly and rationally, is take you out and kick your backside all over that street. That's what your father would have done.
Yeah, you and Dad were great friends.
Great buddies. So at 11 o'clock this morning, there's going to be a meeting of the Benevolent Fund trustees, of which I am the treasurer. I have to hand in a financial report. What am I going to tell them? Well, folks, you see, we gave Tom Geary a big sum of money, you see, to invest for us, because his father was my very dear friend. Only he never did invest it.
You don't have to report the loss. I'll replace it. And nobody will ever know the difference.
Sure. Just like I would never have known the difference if somebody hadn't mailed me an audit report accidentally. How'd you blow it? Horses, women, Las Vegas, what?
Last summer, at Tahoe, I met a woman. A few years older than me, but the most beautiful woman I think I've ever known. She introduced me to some people who like to play poker. Big, big stakes. The first few times I won. Then,
Did they lose too?
yeah, sometimes. I was the big loser.
How much?
$100,000.
100,000? In a poker game?
Joe, you play for table stakes. It's a $5,000 buy-in. Believe me, it's not hard. I lost $70,000 of my own money. That's when I had to dip into the trust accounts. Your $23,000 was the easiest to use.
Where did you play these so-called games?
Bel Air. Eve's house.
Eve who?
Eve DeFalco. Look, Cleaver, I'll get the money. I swear I will.
You know what I ought to do? I ought to turn you in. But that won't put the money back. So you better get it. And you better get it back fast. Because I don't know how long I can stall them.
I won't let you down, Joe. Believe me. I've got to see you right away. Right away. I'm coming over.
Joe, hold it. I gotta talk with you. You leave us at Hennessy's to go on some errand. You come back, you don't say a word about it. We go out on a beat, we ride for 2 hours, you don't open your mouth. It's like being with a stranger. Now, what's going on?
I got some problems.
Joe, you're the one that taught me that friends owe it to each other to be honest. I'm calling in a dead friend.
Okay, partner. Tom Geary blew the $23,000 the Benevolent Fund gave him to invest. Gambling. And now they're having a trustee fund meeting. And I've got to make the treasurer's report.
Man, no wonder you got problems. They could put him away for 10 years for this.
Yeah. The only chance for him is to get the money somewhere and put it back. So, for his dad's sake, I'm going to try and cover for him.
But, sir, that would make you an accessory.
What about that, Joe?
Wish me luck.
You're falling apart at the seams, Tom, darling.
I don't think you heard me, Eve.
Oh, yes, I did. I heard you, every word. I only wish I hadn't.
I need the money, Eve.
Lover, we all need money.
Lover. That's a word you don't even know the meaning of.
Well, you didn't think that way last week, or the week before, or the week before that.
I didn't know what you were then.
Just what exactly am I, Tom, darling?
A cheat? A card hustler?
I see. But if you'd won, I wouldn't be a cheat or a card hustler, would I?
$25,000, Eve. Now, that's only a fourth of what I lost. I want it. Today.
I don't make settlements, Tom.
Fine. Then I'm going to the police.
Why don't you do that? And while you're there, why don't you tell them where you got the money to play? I believe it's called embezzling.
I don't have a thing to lose, Eve. If I don't get the $25,000, I go to jail anyway. But before I do, I'll at least put you out of business, lover.
You know, darling, you played this hand rather well. I do believe you're learning.
I should. I paid enough for the lessons.
Wait here. He's going to the police.
All right, I'll handle it. You give him the old bank routine.
If you see Mr. Halder at the First Bay Bank, he'll have a $25,000 cashier's check waiting for you. It's been fun.
The Benevolent Fund of the Southeast Division, a non-profit organization.
Please, Cleaver, omit the formalities. How much money do we have?
Yes, sir. $11,331.92. Now, total of $23,000 has been placed with Geary Investments Limited.
What are those figures?
Oh, this was approved by unanimous vote exactly 1 year ago, sir. The audit furnished me by Tom Geary indicates that our original investment is now worth some $24,600.
So it hasn't earned as much as anticipated.
The market's been very erratic, Fisk. I've taken a terrible bath myself.
Well, I suggest we vote whether to commit to the annex construction or allow the money to remain invested, hoping it will appreciate.
All right, we'll vote. Does everybody understand the situation?
Joe? Cleaver.
Bundy, what is it?
I'm sorry, sir, but I gotta speak with Officer Cleaver. It's urgent.
Hold it, Cleaver. Are you voting for or against?
Against, sir. I think the money should stay where it's at. Excuse me, sir. What's up?
Radio flash just came in. Tom Geary just drove his car from Mulholland Drive.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Is he?
No, but he's busted into 100 pieces.
Oh, that poor kid.
Hey, Joe, they want you in there.
Okay.
All right. The vote to liquidate the Geary investment is 5-4, 1 against. So we'll build the annex.
Now, how long will it take you to get the money from Geary, Cleaver? Cleaver, how long will it take you to get the money?
We'd like to issue a check to the construction company within 3 days. Can you do that, Joe?
A check to the construction company. 3 days? Fine. 3 days. That's good. Keep it coming. Come on.
What are his chances, Doc?
Well, considering it took almost an hour to pry him out of there, and with multiple fractures and possible internal injuries, I'd say his chances are surprisingly good. Somebody's certainly looking out for him. Excuse me, officer. I'll go on up.
Yeah.
Cut it. You got it.
What a terrible waste.
Just a machine, kid. Just a bunch of steel and wire. Oh, there goes your $23,000.
I hope he didn't do it on purpose.
Why? Because you put pressure on him?
Well, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, well, you had every right to.
Excuse me, sir, but Mr. Geary desperately attempted to stop the vehicle. The emergency brake was applied, but forward momentum inhibited proper braking. The emergency brake is, after all, sir, only an auxiliary device. The main system is the front wheel hydraulic unit, and if you will notice, the pads and discs indicate no excessive wear.
He tried to stop with the emergency brake and not the foot brake? Doesn't make sense.
He was unable to use the foot brake, sir. The master cylinder is empty. There was no brake pressure.
Yeah, the fluid leaked out.
Drained out, sir, deliberately. The gaskets are all secured, but there is a pinpoint aperture in the line. It can only have been created with considerable force. That is to say, sir, with an instrument such as a knife or a drill.
Yeah? I don't see any hole.
It's there. If the kid says it's there, it's there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot myself for a minute. He's always right, ain't he?
Almost always, sir.
I wonder. Eve DeFalco. Tom said her name was DeFalco. Eve DeFalco.
Joe, what do you say we get out of here, huh? We've been tailing her all day. You know she gets her hair done every Thursday, she has lunch every day at the track, and her favorite hairdresser's name is Eric. You know, we find any more about her, we're gonna get charged with invasion of privacy.
Excuse me, sir, but the lady's vehicle is turning onto Wilshire. If we intend following her, we should do so immediately.
Now, see, he did it again. Now, how does he know that? I can't see the car from here.
Did you try turning your head?
I recorded the specific engine temperature on that particular vehicle, sir. However, my sensing range is...
Bundy's right. We found out what we want to know. Come on, let's head back to the barn.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's on the agenda tomorrow, buddy? A picnic at the zoo or maybe a baseball game?
You know, I think I figured out how to get him into that poker game.
Get who in the what poker game?
Kid, what do you know about poker?
Poker, sir?
Yeah, poker. You know, with cards. Stud, draw, spit in the ocean, poker.
Oh, poker. Yes, sir. Poker is a game of cards requiring certain specialized wagering skills, considerable expertise at money management, and particularly a rudimentary knowledge of psychology.
You see?
Spit in the ocean is not considered a true poker game, sir, nor other similar frivolous variations.
He knows.
He knows what?
Look, Tom Geary lost the fun money playing poker, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he lost it, why can't we win it back?
We?
The kid, Haven.
Oh, come on, Joe. Just because he spouts off a dictionary definition of the poker game don't mean he can play.
He'll learn.
He'll learn? In a table stakes game, he's gonna learn? If anybody should play, it should be me.
Ha! You? You're the only man in the history of the poker game that ever lost $200 in a nickel-ante quarter-limit game.
I was unlucky that night.
My boy, luck doesn't count with those guys over in Bel Air. It's skill, my boy, skill. Now, you and me, we're gonna go to a library, and we're gonna take out a book called The Cincinnati Kid. You got it? The Cincinnati Kid. You read that book and you'll become the best poker player in the whole world.
The Cincinnati Kid, yes, sir.
And then we'll get all the books on poker. You know, the rules, the odds, the how-tos, the how-not-tos, the whole jazz. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, we got to get a book on horse players. What was that guy's name that used to write on Broadway? What was his name?
Raymond Dunyon. Damon Runyon.
Damon Runyon. That's the guy. Damon Runyon. You gotta learn that Runyonese, you know? Guys and dolls. You understand?
I think so, sir.
Now we're rolling.
Joe, even if you get the kid to play poker, How are you gonna get him into the game?
The lady's gonna ask him.
How?
Tomorrow's our day off, right?
Yeah?
Tomorrow we're going to the races.
The races?
Yes, sir. We're all going to the races, where the Kansas City Kid will come out into society.
At the head of the stretch, Jetstream still in front with Dirty Alice now second. Inner Affairs falling way back. It's Jetstream and Dirty Alice coming into the stretch. And into the stretch, Jetstream and Dirty Alice neck and neck. It's a horse race. And here they come, Jetstream holding on, but here's a horse on the inside flying. It's Playful Pony, and he's going to take it. Playful Pony by a head.
$28.60. Well, can you imagine that? And the kid said the number 3 horse was gonna win. Why didn't I listen to him?
Why didn't I listen? He's already had 4 straight winners.
Hey, kid, how did you figure Playful Pony?
His past 4 performances, sir. Although they indicate nothing outstanding at first reading, the horses that beat him were far superior. For example, on September 28th at Aqueduct, in 6 furlongs, Playful Pony ran 5 furlongs in...
All right, knock it off, will you? Let's stick to business.
This is business. If he can pick winners like that, the best place for us to win that money back is right here.
No, it's not, Bundy.
Why not?
Because a racehorse can be flat-footed or have a bellyache or just refuse to run. But a good poker player, Hey, come on, there she goes. Yeah, give him the tickets. Come on, go ahead. You know what to do.
Oh, I am so sorry.
It's okay.
I was surveying these here losing ducats and was not looking where I was going.
It's quite all right.
Why is he talking like that?
Guys and dolls.
Guys and dolls, the Cincinnati Kid. Are we trying to get him into a poker game or get an A in literature?
Don't worry, he read Hoyle, too.
Hoyle? Oh, yeah. According to Hoyle...
Come on.
Excuse me. I do not wish to annoy you, but my clumsiness has caused me great concern for your welfare.
That's quite all right. It's very thoughtful of you to be so concerned.
With a doll like you, how could a guy not be concerned?
Well, it's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Tell me, is the lady named Luck perhaps smiling on you today?
No, not a twinkle so far.
With me, it is a definite frown.
Oh, who did you have? Number 5?
Dinner affair. A nag which is clearly a refugee from the glue factory. Would you believe that I have traveled all the way from KC to this establishment for the actual purpose of placing a substantial wager on the 3-horse, and what do? I experience a change of mind. I mean, right at the window yet. Well, as they say in the Big Apple, easy come, easy go.
Easy? You must have lost a fortune.
Just 5 big ones.
I'm Eve DeFalco.
John Haven. But being that I reside in the metropolis of Kansas City, I am known by my cohorts as the Kansas City Kid.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Kid.
The pleasure is all mine, I assure you, and would be even more so if I were to convince you to join me in a libation or 2.
You have convinced me.
I hope we don't order coffee.
Ma, what do you think he is, a dummy?
Truthfully, did you really come all the way from Kansas City just to bet on 1 horse?
Allow me. Truthfully, no. However, I am forced to confess that we, my associates and myself, have journeyed to this here Golden Land to, you might say, seek our fortune.
Well, from the looks of it, it looks like you lost it.
The 5 big ones? A mere sliver of our steak.
May I get you a drink? Vodka martini, please.
The same. But kindly inform the mixologist that unless he wishes a private and painful conversation with yours truly, it should be powder dry.
Powder dry? Yes, sir.
A wet martini is like the horse on which you have bet the mortgage and which pulls up lame 10 yards from the wire. The same sour taste.
For such a young man, you appear to be quite a perfectionist.
Perfection, lovely doll, is the essence of life.
Yes, but impossible to find.
Not at all. A 4-horse parlay? Perfection. A straight flush against 4 of a kind in a no-limit game. That's perfection.
You're a gambler.
Oh, no doubt. A businessman.
Do you, play poker?
Does a fish swim?
Kid's okay, eh?
The horses are approaching the starting gate.
Well, what do you know? The kid's gonna take a drink.
Oh, no. He shouldn't do that.
Oh, when are you gonna stop acting like his father, Joe?
Kid! Hey, we've been looking all over for you.
Doll, may I have the honor of presenting my 2 associates, Jovial Joe Cleaver and Big Bill Bundy, known in certain circles as Irving Chicago.
Charmed.
How do you do?
Excuse us, but, kid, we got some heavy business, you know. It's 3 minutes to post time. You'll excuse us, ma'am?
Of course.
I am hoping that I will someday have the pleasure of renewing our acquaintance.
That is entirely possible.
Less than 2 minutes to post time.
Sir, it didn't work.
We'll just have to try again, that's all.
Mr. Haven, kid. If you're interested in poker, why don't you call me?
Meaning no offense, doll, but I must inquire as to the size of the stakes.
Oh, as high as you like. Just bring cash.
I'll get back to you on the Amici.
The what?
I'll call you.
Oh, she's hooked.
She might be hooked, but how you gonna reel her in without the stake?
What stake?
What stake? The money for the kid to play in the game. This ain't no penny ante quarter limit game, remember?
Oh. I got the stake.
$11,875.22, Mr. Cleaver. Now, that closes out your personal savings account. Are you sure you won't leave just $1 to keep the account active?
Thank you, miss, but I think I'll be needing even that last $1.
Well, good luck, Mr. Cleaver, and I hope you enjoy your retirement years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good morning, Doc. Listen, will this take much longer?
You are so if his energy cycle extended, it takes time, Mr. Cleaver.
Yes, I can see that.
I can give you 24 hours, but please don't try to go beyond that.
Wouldn't think of it. 24 hours will be perfect.
Mr. Cleaver, all this gambling and literature we have programmed into him, is this going to be part of his new assignment?
Oh, yes, a very important part. Well, there you are, by golly. Hey, are you feeling rested?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Mr. Cleaver, wouldn't the gambling assignment be a case for the vice detail?
Yes, it certainly would. But, you see, we're trying to give Haven as much experience as possible. You see what I mean? Good. All right, here we go, and let's say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
To her.
Oh, bye-bye.
Come on. Boy, if the doc ever finds out we're not on duty, whew.
Excuse me, sir, but why don't you simply tell Dr. Tingley the truth?
Tell her the truth? Come on, kid, where are your brains?
My brain is right here, sir, in the main computer.
No. Listen, if she ever found out what we were up to, she wouldn't let you go. And if you didn't play poker, I'd probably wind up in the same cell with Tom Geary. You see what I mean?
Not exactly, sir.
Now, look, you and me, we're friends, right?
Yes, sir.
But supposing sometime I was to tell you the truth and it hurt your feelings. So instead of telling you the truth, I lied a little. And then your feelings wouldn't be hurt, and it cost nothing. You see?
Well, you couldn't hurt my feelings, sir.
Well, I know you don't have any feelings, but wouldn't it bother you a little if I said to you, the kid, I don't like you?
Oh, no, sir, it wouldn't bother me.
Well, maybe it wouldn't bother you, but it would most certainly bother me. And that's why I'm not going to tell her we're going to a poker game. Now, that's enough of that.
Where'd you get this thing?
Well, now, I won it in a raffle.
Yeah? Let me see your bank book.
All right, so I'm renting it.
I still want to see your bank book.
So I took out my savings, so what?
You gonna use your life savings for a steak? Come on, Joe, that ain't even enough for spit in the ocean.
Huh. And what about you? We only got about an hour. Well, what are you gonna go to the poker game in that cop's uniform?
I can't go at all.
What?
Yeah. Monroe called in sick and Skaggs nailed me for desk duty.
Oh!
I'm sorry, man. I can't make it.
Well, looks like you and me are gonna have to go it alone, kid.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't hear from you by the time I get off. I'm coming up there.
Well, now, don't forget. Wear your tux.
The infrared filters in. I can see each card perfectly.
The receiver in my glasses is too loud.
I'll adjust it when I come down. Just keep dealing. Number 1, there's a jack of spades. 2, 5 of hearts. 3, ace of clubs. 4, queen of diamonds. And you, love, have the 5 of spades. Everything works terrifically, love. We're going to take those big gamblers tonight.
How about you?
Yes.
Well, they were.
No, thanks.
I had to make it powdery dry just for you.
For which I thank you. But I have learned the hard way that the grape does not mix well with the pasteboards. In other words, darling, I never drink when I am working.
Well, in that case, I think we should all get to work. Gentlemen, shall we play? Now, Mr. Havens, why don't you sit over there? Gentlemen, this is the bank, $50,000. I'll accept checks from any of you except Mr. Haven. And please don't be offended, Mr. Haven, but since this is your first time here, none of us really know you.
Not only am I not offended, madam, but I approve. Jovial Joe, please do the honors. Thank you.
The Kansas City Kid will break the deck.
Ah.
This is a $5,000 buy-in, no-limit game. 5-card stud or draw, dealer's choice. $100 ante each pot. Victor, it's your deal.
If you hear me okay, tap your glasses.
Number 1 has the 3 of diamonds. 2 has the jack of hearts. Ace of hearts for number 3. 9 of diamonds for number 4. The dealer has the 9 of spades.
Ace high.
One C note.
Fold.
Call.
Call.
Fold.
Ah, fold. 5. Deuce, king. Ace jack high. And check.
No one helped. Remember, love, your Kansas City bumpkin has aces wired.
Your bet, kid.
Let us divide the men from the ewes. And, of course, the beautiful dolls. 1,000.
I'll call that.
Fold. 9. And deuces.
You have him locked, dear, but be gentle.
Deuce's check.
Likewise.
Clever check on his part. He's a good card player. Poor lamb.
5. 6.
He has 2 pair. You're a cinch winner. But why not let him win? It's good public relations.
5's bet, Mr. Haven.
5's check.
It's too early in the game to try and steal one. 5's beat deuces.
The pot, kid, the pot.
Better fold. Your 2 pair won't beat his straight. I tell you, I really am impressed. Another pot for the young man. He's got 3 ladies, love. You're cinched. Why don't you check right into him? Fold, darling, fold. We're getting nowhere. He wins one, you win one. Looks like it's just one of those nights. Well, even if we don't break him, he'll come back for more. They'll all come back. He's not only good, he's phenomenal. We'll just have to wait for the killer hand, I guess. It doesn't look as though you're ahead more than a few thousand, and he's winning even more. Oh, what a stupid bet the old goat made. I must say, the young man's quite a fine player. Yes, he really knows what he's doing. Too bad he's not on our side.
Well, folks, I think the rising sun is the message. I'm packing it in. I only dropped 10,000, but for me, that's a big win.
Well, why don't we all take a short break?
Good idea.
By all means.
Come on, kid, I'll buy you some coffee or something.
Don't look, sir, but I believe that in the ceiling just over the table is a concealed viewing aperture. Don't look, sir. My heat sensors have detected an individual on the floor immediately overhead. He is obviously observing the cards of all players, which are marked with a luminous paint, visible only to himself with an infrared filter, and reporting via radio to Mrs. DeFalco.
You can hear the cards?
Yes, sir.
Well, if you can hear what the cards are, and she can too, then it's a standoff.
May I make a suggestion, sir?
What? Call the police?
No, sir. Attempt to neutralize the transmitter.
Mr. Haven?
Shuffle them pasteboards, doll.
What shall I do, sir?
Play.
Deal?
Yep.
Number 3 has a possible flush. I don't believe your hand is worth it.
I don't know. I can't seem to draw even a pair. Does my smoke bother you?
No.
Yes. That's a clever fold. You're really becoming quite a good poker player, you know that?
Yes, there's a new deck over there.
Now listen, if you cannot raise, you cannot call.
All right, gentlemen, it's my deal. Ante up, please.
Good morning.
I'll check.
1,000.
Call.
Call?
I will call that 1,000 with alacrity.
I'll fold.
Okay. Ace. Flushing. Pair of threes. 3,000.
I know you, Eve. This is the hand you've been waiting for all evening.
Do you agree with him, Mr. Haven?
I think I'm in agreement, yes. But I am also curious. Therefore, I call. Your bet, though.
Well, let's see how really curious you are. 10,000.
Call. I am thinking, doll, this is the hand we both are waiting for. Your bet, doll.
Check.
$3,000. Plus Jovial Joe. Might we have a few private words? Excuse me.
I got the radio. Yes, sir, I know.
Sir, the pot consists of $34,600. Almost precisely the amount we require. I wish to bet the remaining $5,000.
She's got the full house, but you've got the straight flush, huh, kid?
I believe she does have the full house, yes, sir.
Yeah, what do you mean you believe? You can see her cards, can't you?
Oh, no, sir, I'm unable to. My conclusion is that the marking substance is composed of an infrared spectrum I am not programmed to receive.
You don't know what she's got?
No, sir. Nor does she know what I have.
But you do have a straight flush, don't you, kid? I mean, you wouldn't be in the hand if you didn't, huh? Huh?
Please don't ask me, sir. Your expression might betray my hand. Sir, it's the way the Cincinnati Kid would have played the hand.
But the Cincinnati Kid lost.
And, 5 G's more, though. Now, let us observe how curious you are.
You're a good player, Mr. Haven.
And you, thou, are a gracious loser.
I don't believe it.
No. I will cash in now.
We'll take cash if you don't mind, lady.
Yeah, if you are ever in Kansas City, thou, please do not hesitate to look me up.
Yeah, likewise.
Thanks for the game, gentlemen.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, good night. Yeah. Very nice.
Holy Hannah!
Accelerate to 50, sir. It should provide sufficient force for penetration.
All right. Come on, let's get out of here. Come on. Get around the car. Get around here. Come on, partner, throw some cuffs on him, will you? Point it up, will you, buddy? We gotta turn in this rented stuff.
Too bad, kid. You know, I think that girl was kind of sweet on you.
I think she admired my poker ability, sir.
Hey, that reminds me. After you and the kid drop the money off at the bank, what do you say we take a trip back east?
East? East where?
Vegas. Kid must be pretty good at blackjack, too, huh?
I have studied some works in the game, yes, sir.
No way. Come on, kid. I'm taking you home to rest.
Rest? Are you kidding? A young, strong kid like that, he can set, rest, play all at the same time. Besides, he's hot now, Joe. You let him go home and cool off, he's liable to lose his streak.
Bundy, I'm surprised at you. Are you trying to turn the kid into a gambler?
Turn him into a gambler? What was he doing all night? Learning how to cook?
Well, that was different. No, sir. The Kansas City kid is retiring, undefeated.
Yeah?
Besides, I don't think my heart could take another night like that.
Well, kid, anytime you want to come out of retirement, you just let me know.
Come on.